This button wasn't for a shirt but for a secret. Welcome to War's hidden workshop. Scene opens with a dramatic shadowy shot of a seemingly ordinary coat. The camera zooms in on one of the buttons. A gloved hand unscrews it, revealing a tiny, intricate lens inside. You see, in the world of espionage, nothing is ever what it seems. While armies clashed on the front lines, a different kind of war was being fought in the shadows, a war of whispers, deception, and ingenious technology. These weren't just soldiers. They were phantoms, armed not with rifles, but with gadgets that could topple empires without firing a single shot. Today, we're unlocking the toolbox of the clandestine world. First on our list is this unassuming button. It's a marvel of miniaturization, a fully functional camera developed by the CIA during the Cold War. An agent, posing as a tourist or a businessman, could capture sensitive documents, troop movements, or enemy faces with a simple, undetectable press against their chest. The film was so small it could be hidden inside a hollowed-out coin for extraction. Think of the intelligence gathered, the plans foiled, all thanks to a piece of clothing no one would ever look at twice. But cameras were just the beginning. Let's move deeper into the arsenal. Here we have a fountain pen. Presenter holds up a replica of a classic elegant fountain pen. Looks like something a diplomat might use to sign a treaty, doesn't it? Well, what if I told you its purpose was far more sinister? This is a replica of a single-shot pistol, a favorite of both the KGB and Allied intelligence. A simple twist and pull, and this instrument of words becomes a weapon of last resort. It was silent, deadly, and perfectly disguised. Now, let's consider another item from the desk of a spy. A simple tobacco pipe. Presenter picks up a vintage-looking pipe. What do you think this one does? Is it a weapon? A communication device? Take a guess. Pause for effect. This pipe is actually a radio receiver. Developed by the British Special Operations Executive, or SOE, during World War II, its stem acted as an antenna. An agent hiding in occupied France could listen in on coded broadcasts from London, receiving instructions for their next mission right under the noses of the Gestapo. It's a brilliant piece of engineering, hiding critical communication technology in an object associated with quiet contemplation. The contrast is deliciously ironic, a signature of the spy trade. These gadgets weren't just clever toys. They were the linchpins of critical missions that changed the course of history. Consider Operation Mincemeat, one of the most brilliant deceptions of World War II, to convince the Germans that the Allies would invade Greece and Sardinia instead of Sicily. British intelligence needed to plant fake documents on a body that would wash ashore in Spain. But how do you ensure the documents, containing the fake invasion plans, survive the journey in the water and look authentic? The solution was a gadget of sorts, a custom-designed sealed briefcase. It was weighted to ensure it would be found, and the documents inside were meticulously crafted, complete with fabricated personal letters and ticket stubs to build a convincing backstory for the fictitious officer carrying them. The Germans bought the deception hook, line, and sinker. They diverted entire divisions to Greece, leaving Sicily vulnerable. The subsequent Allied invasion of Sicily was a major success, shortening the war and saving countless lives, all because of a well-planned deception and a very special briefcase. Then there was the case of Virginia Hall, one of the SOE's most formidable agents in France, whom the Gestapo called the Limping Lady. She relied heavily on disguised radios to coordinate resistance activities. Her most famous device was the suitcase radio, a powerful transmitter and receiver that could be folded up and carried like ordinary luggage. Moving from safe house to safe house, often just steps ahead of the enemy, Hall used this gadget to direct supply drops, report on German movements, and orchestrate sabotage missions. The radio was her lifeline and her primary weapon, allowing a single operative to command a network of resistance fighters. Its portability was its genius. In a world where staying in one place meant certain death, this mobile command center was the key to her survival and the success of the French resistance in her sector. These missions proved that the right gadget in the hands of the right agent was more powerful than a tank battalion. Of course, when you think of spy gadgets, one name inevitably comes to mind. James Bond. The exploding pen, the laser watch, the car with an ejector seat. For decades, we've been captivated by the fantastic inventions cooked up by Q Branch. But are they pure fantasy? Not entirely. While Hollywood certainly takes liberties, many of Bond's most famous gadgets have roots in historical reality. Take the shoe with a hidden blade from Russia with Love. This was directly inspired by a real KGB weapon, a shoe with a spring-loaded, poison-tipped spike in the toe, designed for silent assassinations in a crowd. Or consider Bond's many miniature cameras, like the one in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. As we've seen with the button camera, intelligence agencies like the CIA and Stasi were masters of microphotography long before 007 made it cool. They developed cameras hidden in everything from cigarette lighters to wristwatches. Even the more outlandish gadgets have a kernel of truth. Bond's attach case in From Russia with Love, complete with a sniper rifle, hidden ammunition, and a tear gas canister, is a direct homage to the real-world spy kits issued to agents. The So, for example, issued kits containing everything from explosives disguised as coal lumps to silenced pistols and garrotes. The CIA developed a tool called the belly buster, a device that could be drilled into an enemy's stomach to inject poison. While not quite an ejector seat, the spirit of creating multi-purpose, deadly, and disguised tools was very real. The world of Q Branch is an exaggeration, a cinematic celebration of the real ingenuity that flourished in the workshops of the world's spy agencies. Life in this case didn't just imitate art, it inspired it. The impact of this shadow war is written between the lines of every history book. The intelligence gathered by U-2 spy planes equipped with groundbreaking cameras gave the United States a crucial edge during the Cuban Missile Crisis, allowing President Kennedy to see the Soviet missile sites for himself and navigate the world away from nuclear annihilation. In the Pacific theater of World War II, American codebreakers, using early computing machines that were the ultimate gadgets of their time, broke the Japanese naval codes. This intelligence led directly to the decisive victory at the Battle of Midway, a turning point in the war. Espionage didn't just supplement military action. It directed it. It determined where battles were fought, which targets were prioritized, and sometimes, it prevented battles from happening at all. From the poison umbrella, used in the assassination of Bulgarian dissident Georgy Markov on a London bridge, to the hollow coins used by Soviet spies to transport microfilm, the history of the 20th century is dotted with these small, secret objects that had enormous consequences. They represent a hidden layer of conflict, where victory was measured not in territory gained, but in secrets stolen and truths unveiled. These gadgets were the quiet architects of our modern world, shaping alliances, defining borders, and holding the balance of power on a razor's edge. This pipe wasn't for a smoke but for a signal. You've just had a glimpse into espionage's secret history.